Nathan Beats.
What's up, guys? This your boy Mr. I240. I'm back with another video. Hey man, most important, if I get to anything else, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ, the one y'all call Yahweh, for another day. If it wasn't for him, would be no page, wouldn't be no me, wouldn't be no page, wouldn't be no Yahweh. I just want to say thank y'all, man. That Rick Root episode is taking off very well. It's doing good, you know what I'm saying? Got like 95 views. So I'm just trying to continue to drop these bangers and hits and stuff like that. I really appreciate the love. If you haven't seen the video, go check that out, called The Rapture. I feel like it's one of my best episodes in a while. You know, that one doing Ahmed Johnson. Oh, y'all can check out the faces of WCW. I feel like I've been giving y'all heat and bangers since now that I've been consistent for the past few months. I'm just trying to get this up. You know what I'm saying? So I can get to the 800 subscribe episode, which would be Ric Flair versus Sting. And I want to get to that 900 subscriber jump because I do feel like writing again. And that's the code for Mania. But in the meanwhile, while I try to get to 800, I will finally give y'all the John Cena United States Challenge. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say I want to thank y'all and appreciate y'all. But with that being said, we're here to talk about my main man from Mississippi. You know, you got Mississippi B.B. King, Big Crit, David Banner. But I'm talking about my main man, James Arthur Harris, a.k.a. Kamala. Y'all know the man that was the Ugandan giant who portrayed a fearsome, simple-minded Ugandan where he wrestled barefoot and clad only in lion's cloth. He painted his face with war paint and 2 stars painted on his breast and moon painted on his stomach. It was so funny how his character came up with all this to Dunch Martell, writing the little pieces I need to hear. I ain't write that down, but he was so funny. He was like, now that you look back on it, they came up with their racist character. I'm like, damn, it do look kind of racist here, like on some Roots type shit or whatever. But we're here to talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself. If you're new to the page, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I just want to talk about this real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because he that fat heat, you know what I'm saying? But, with that being said, let's get straight into it. His early career, from 1978 to 1982. Harris debuted in 1978 under the ring name Sugar Bear Harris. He spent most of his early career in the southern United States, also using ring names as Ugly Bear Harris and Big Jim Harris. His first manager was Paul Bear, Prosy Pringle. He who won his first y'all know I'm old. He had won his first championship in NWA Tri-State in 1979, teaming up with Oki Shanina, if I pronounced it right, to win the NWA Tri-State Tag Team Championship. In 1980, Harris joined Southeastern Championship Wrestling as Bad News Harris, winning the NWA Southern East Heavyweight Championship in 1980. In 1981, Harris traveled to Europe for seasonings. Following his stint in Germany, he traveled to the United Kingdom where he wrestled for a jump promotion as the Mississippi Marlin, a character with similarities to his future Kamala character. In June 1981, he competed in a tournament for the vacant VWA World Heavyweight Championship, losing to Wayne Bridges in the finals in Wembley Arena. Then, of course, 1982 in CWA. Harris had returned to his hometown Satobia in the United States in 1982 after sustaining a broken ankle, while visiting his friend the Dream Machine at the Mid-South Coliseum in nearby Memphis, Tennessee, in my hometown. To borrow ring attire, Harris met Continental Wrestling Association CWA wrestler promoter Jerry Lawler, who offered him a job. Harris, Lawler, and Jerry developed a new character for Harris. It's called, first it was Kimala, later adjusted to Kamala, drawing upon the ideas for a character originally developed for Harris by the great Mifosi, if I pronounce it right. The character was a vicious Ugandan headhunter with face paint copied from a Frank Frazetta painting. His backstory was he was a former bodyguard of the deposed president of Uganda, Idi Amin. Sorry for me. I don't know. I'm mispronouncing some of these names. I'm sorry. Who had been discovered by J.J. Dillon during an excursion to Africa. A promotional vignette aired on WMC TV, Memphis station, featuring a spear wielding Kamala seemingly emerging from a steamy African jungle. The vignette was actually filmed on Jarrett Farm, Hendersonville, Tennessee, with the stream effect created using dry ice to establish Kamala as a mysterious character. Jarrett instructed him to wrestle in brawling style with chops and biting to preserve kayfabe. Harris wore robes and refused to speak English in public in Memphis. Kamala made his debut in CWA 1982 with Dillon as his manager, losing to Jerry Lawler by disqualification in a sold-out match at the Mid-South Coliseum. In June, he defeated Jerry Lawler for the AWA Southern Heavyweight Championship, which he held until August that year. Towards the end of the year, he feuded with the imposter, Kamala too. Damn. All right, they made the imposter. I gotta look that up. Mid-South Wrestling from 1982 to 1986. All right. So, in late 1982, he began wrestling for Bill Watts, Mid-South Wrestling Promotion. He was managed by Sanador Akbar and Friday, originally portrayed by Buddy Wayne, then by sorry y'all. No, sorry. It was portrayed by Buddy Wayne, then by Frank Dalton. Forming a part of Akbar Villainous Devastation Inc. stable. In April 1983, he wrestled Andre the Giant in a highly promoted bout at Louisiana Superdome. During the 1983, he faced the Junkyard Dog in a series of Battle of the Monsters matches. Alright, World Class Championship Wrestling from 1983 to 1985. In March 1983, he debuted in Dallas, Texas based on World Class Championship Wrestling. In October that year, he challenged Harley Race for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, losing by disqualification. In the same month, began a lengthy feud with the Von Erich family, repeatedly facing brothers David, Kerry, Kevin, and in May 1984, he faced the Great Kabuki at the David Von Erich Memorial Parade. I think this is when one of the brothers had first off himself. I would do the episode first, so I got a bang for them. They faced him at the David Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions, a tribute to David, who had died suddenly in February. Kamala continued to appear regularly in World Class Championship Wrestling until the late 1985. Then we got his first time in the WWF, 1984. At the instance Andre the Giant, Kamala debuted in the World Wrestling Federation in July 1984. He was managed by Freddie Blassie and a mask handler in Safari, clothing known as Friday, played by Frank Dalton, then played by the Brooklyn Baller, Steve Lombardi, basically played by the Brooklyn Baller. In a memorial segment on the television program Tuesday Night Titans, Kamala seemingly devoured a live chicken with a cutaway shot of feathers flying out of his mouth, shown to create the illusion. After feeding a series of opponents including B. Brian Blair, Salvatore Bellamore, and Chief Jay Strongbow, in 1984 he challenged heavyweight champion Hulk Hogan for the World Heavyweight Championship, wrestling him to a double countout. In October 1984, he began a series of matches with Andre the Giant, among them a steel cage match, which he lost after Andre sat on his chest twice. Kamala final appearance was in a battle royal in November 1984. So then we got the variety promotions in 1984, 1986. After leaving the WWF, Kamala went on to appear in multiple promotions throughout the United States and Canada. Throughout 1985, Kamala wrestled for Minnesota promotion-based American Wrestling Association. He was established as a monster by winning a series of handicap matches. He feuded with Sergeant Slaughter, who he defeated in a Ugandan death match in 1985. But he lost to Sergeant Slaughter in a boot camp steel cage match in June at Superclass Supercard in September 1985. Then Kamala lost to Jerry Blackwell in a body slam challenge. Then towards the end of the year, Kamala repeatedly challenged Rick Martel for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship, but failed to win the championship. In July 1985, Kamala wrestled for Jim Crockett Promotions at the Great American Bash, where he unsuccessfully challenged Magnum TA for the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. In November 1985, Kamala made his tour of Japan with All Japan Wrestling. Wrestling as Giant Kamala. He formed a tag team with basically King Cobra. He made a second tour in February 1986 as Kamala. In 1986, Kamala had a short run with Montreal, Quebec, a Canada-based international wrestling promotion where he was managed by Eddie Ketchum. Then, of course, his second WWE run. Kamala returned from 1986 to 1987. Kamala had returned to the WWF in July 1986, now managed by the Wizard and the match handler Kim Chi, which was portrayed by Brooklyn Brawler. But from November 1986 to February 1987, Kamala faced Hulk Hogan in a series of matches for the WWF Championship, marking the pinnacle of his career. The run of the matches include 2 bouts in Madison Square Garden, aired on WWF on MSG Madison Square Garden. But in February 1987, he formed a tag team with the Wild Samoan Seeker. I think it's Roman dad that just passed. Put him in the comments if that Roman Reigns dad. In the same month, he began a feud with Jake Roberts, during which Roberts repeatedly exploited Kamala's purple field of snakes. Kamala won the feud when he defeated Roberts at the on the episode of Saturday Night Main Event with the help of Honky Tonk Man. Because this is when they started setting up the Honky Tonk Man versus Jake Roberts. This one Jake Roberts had hit this one Honky Tonk Man around that time. I think they were starting to feud. He had hit Jake in the head real hard, and Jake said this kind of led him to the drugs and stuff like that, because he was taking medicine and stuff like that for the concussion. Allegedly. Y'all put them in the comments, let me know. So in April 1987, the Wizard sold Kamala contracts to Mr. Fuji. Harris was scheduled once again to face off against Hogan for the World Heavyweight Championship, a Saturday Night Main Event, but he abruptly left WWF for once more in 1987. Frustrations about his pay. So I guess Vince wasn't giving him that bread. My thing is, if he a marquee guy, I ain't saying he got to get Hogan money, but I'm pretty sure Hogan probably get 90,000, 100,000. Kamala at least deserve about 50, 70,000. Damn. That ain't right. Anyway, back to the story. So, Various Promotion, 1988, 1992. After leaving the WWF, he returned to World Class Championship Wrestling, where he feuded with Kerry Von Erich, Michael Hayes before the promotion had shut down in 1989. Then he returned to All Japan with Abdul the Butcher. From 1990 to 1991, he worked for, I can't pronounce the promotion name, some promotion in Mexico, where he lost the Mil Mascar in a steel cage match on March 17, 1991. Yeah. Then he returned to Japan, working for All Japan, teaming with Baswa Beast I don't know what I guess Wing Wong, I don't know. And in the Super World of, I guess them the big promotions. In the Super World Sports until 1992. Then he debuted for Memphis-based wrestling USWA in 1999. 1990, he started feuding with Jerry King Lawler, winning the USWA Heavyweight Championship 4 times. Then he left the company. Then he came back to WWF for a third time. Kamala returned to the WWF on May 9th, 1992 with Kimchi and Harvey Whitman as his managers. In June 1992, he was unsuccessfully challenged Macho Man Randy Savage for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. This one, Macho Man had won the Bloodbath War with Ric Flair at WrestleMania. If you don't believe me, watch that match. That should have been the main event instead of Sid Vicious versus Hulk Hogan, because that was trash. That wasn't it. So, throughout the mid-1992, he wrestled primarily in house shows with regular opponents including Undertaker, Bret Hart, Kerry Von Erich, well, his new name was the Texas Tornado, and the Ultimate Warrior. But at SummerSlam, he was free to head to SummerSlam. He had lost to Undertaker by disqualification at SummerSlam in 1992. Kamala claimed that he was paid $13,000. I think he said, I just saw the video too. He said Pat Patterson had left a book out or something. I guess how much everybody was getting paid, and he saw he got $13,000. And Undertaker got paid for $500,000. I feel like that ain't right. That's bullshit. Cause nigga, I can imagine y'all folks probably paid Giant Gonzalez a bunch of money, and hell, he was hurting Undertaker. If Undertaker got $500,000, I feel like Kamala at least could have got like $200,000 at least $200,000, at least $150,000 to $200,000. Come on, man, my man got $500,000. You mean tell me man got $13,000, and he took care of your best star? Cause go watch the Undertaker podcast when he talked about the Giant Gonzalez. He said the Giant Gonzalez took a year off career. He was hurting the man. But y'all paid this man $13,000. And Kamala said he enjoyed working with the Undertaker. That's crazy. But according to a professional wrestling journalist questioning this claim, saying, I'm not saying he's lying, but it's hard to believe. For there to be that big of display wouldn't make any sense. So, in 1992, Kamala had lost to the Undertaker in Survivor Series. Ooh, my bad. In a first ever televised casting match. In January 1993, he got tired of Kimchi and Whitman began mistreating Kamala, which led to him breaking up and aligning himself with Reverend Slick and turn face. Slick was set out to humanize Kamala, leading to a series of skits which he introduced him to activities such as 10-pin bowling. Kamala feuded with Kimchi throughout the early 1993, but in March 1993, he began a series of matches with Bam Bam Bigelow. The two were scheduled to face one another at WrestleMania 9, but the match was canceled. In May 1993, Kamala lost the King of the Ring tournament qualifying match versus Via Canna against Mr. Hughes on the episode of World Wrestling Federation Challenge. He went on to compete primarily at house shows until he was being released by the WWF that July. But in December 1993, Kamala announced that he was going to participate in the Royal Rumble match. During the bout, the announcers noted that Virgil and the alternate participant had replaced. Virgil had replaced Kamala. So he had semi-retired. After leaving the WWF once more, Harry stepped back from the professional wrestling. He began working as a truck driver. Using two semi trucks he had purchased following the series of matches versus Hogan. He only wrestled independent shows and part-time for USWA. In December 1993, he wrestled in India, where he won the vacated AEW tag titles with Dusty Wolf and defeating Leon Brooke and Morgan Murder. But 1995, his little short run in WCW. At Hulk Hogan's suggestion, Kamala joined World Championship Wrestling in 1995, where he was being a part of Kelvin Sullivan, Dungeon of Doom, whose goal was to end Hulk Hogan's career. In his first WCW appearance, he defeated Jim Duggan at Bash at the Beach. He lost single matches to Hogan at Clash of Champions. He was a part of the Dungeon of Doom team at Fall Brawl, which he lost to Hogan team, the Hulkamaniacs. Then, of course, he went back to USWA for that 1 year. On January 24, 1996, Kamala returned to USWA for a final time where he teamed up with Brian Christopher and PG-13 to defeat Tracy Smothers, Doug Gilbert, James Armstrong, Robert Gibson, and he defeated Robert Gibson in an Iron Man match. So, late career. Kamala participated in the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17. He was eliminated by Sergeant Slaughter. He lost to Jerry Lawler, his nemesis at International Wrestling Cartel, on July 20, 2002. From 2003 to 2004, he made appearances for Memphis Wrestling. On July 26th, Kamala made a surprise return to World Wrestling Entertainment, participating in a Raw Diva segment for Raw, which the females was constructed to seduce him. He lost to Jim Duggan at Wrestle Reunion on Wrestle Reunion 1 on January 29, 2005. 2005, he faced Randy Orton on August 11 episode on SmackDown 2005, accompanied by Kimchi, but the match was interrupted by a message from The Undertaker to Orton that ended in a no contest. Kamala appeared at 2005 Taboo Tuesday as one of the choices for Eugene tag partner. He lost the fan vote to Jimmy Snuka, but he came to the ring after the match to deliver a big splash to Tyson Tomko. On June 25th at Vengeance, he accompanied Eugene to the ring along with Dunk the Clown and Jim Duggan to take on Umaga. Umaga made quick work, then he attacked all three. But before Kamala and Umaga fight, Umaga manager Armando Estrada intervened. But Umaga defeated Kamala in a match the following night on Raw, which was his last appearance for WWE. But he had here you go. On September 3rd, 2006, Kamala wrestled a non-finish with Bryan Danielson in a match for the Ring of Honor Championship at National Wrestling Alliance event in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Then in 2007, he defeated Lonnie Profo at the Greater North American Wrestling event, Wrestling Super Show in Ottawa, Super Edix in Ottawa, Canada. Then he appeared on Total Nonstop Wrestling Slammiversary in 2008 as a guest of Jay Lethal and So-Called Val storyline with him. His last match was at a Gigolo Championship Wrestling with the Weed Man, defeating the Haters, which was Vito and Parley. You know what I'm saying? So then of course I gotta go to the personal life and all that. But so he did have personal health issues. So on November 7, 2011, his leg was amputated below the knee due to complications of high blood pressure and diabetes, a condition he had since 1992, which forced his retirement because he did not accept the dialysis treatment. In April 2002, his right leg was also amputated below the knee and was launched seeking donations. He was trying to seek donations to cover his finances because at this time, I think he needed help, but I think the WWE wasn't trying to highlight him. And I think I had saw the comment from Jake the Snake. He was kind of mad at Vince because he was like, damn, how can you help Scott Hall, but you couldn't help him? So in July 2016, Harris was named a part of the class action lawsuit filed against WWE, which alleged that the wrestlers incurred traumatic brain injuries from during their time, that the company concealed the risk of injury. The suit was litigated by attorney, I can't pronounce the name, who had been involved in a number of lawsuits against WWE. The lawsuit was dismissed by the District of Connecticut Judge Vanessa Lynn Bryan in September 2008. So Mike Johnson, the PWI insider, wrote that his involvement in the lawsuit likely prevented WWE from inducting him to the Hall of Fame. Then also on November 19, 2017, he underwent life-saving emergency surgery to clear fluid from around his heart and lungs at the Eddie Hospital, Oxford, Mississippi. He was then on life support due to complications. The next day, his stepdaughter said he showed up signs of improvement but remained on life support. But on November Second, it was reported he was able to breathe on his own, yet was unable to talk and remained in intensive care. But on October 20th, Harris tested for COVID-19 in the pandemic in Mississippi and was hospitalized. He likely contracted it from one of the numerous visits to the dialysis center. His wife said due to COVID-19, he started having complications from his diabetes. He went into a cardiac arrest August 9th, dying later that afternoon at the age of 70. Damn. See, that's why I do episodes like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Reflect on people's life. You don't know what they're going through. He seemed like he was a good guy, just getting fucked over at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that deal with Undertaker. 13,000, 500,000. Nigga, I'm taking care of your superstar, and the best you can do, and I'm the marquee. Cause you gotta remember, that SummerSlam was what? That card was Shawn Michaels versus Rick Martel, the Battle of the Pretty Boys, Warrior versus Ric Flair. Who else was on that card? I'm trying to see, was it Legion of Doom versus Ted DiBiase? Who else was on that card, man? That was a pretty good card. And of course, the main event was Bret Hart and British Bulldog. I know Bret got his money. Okay, I'm pretty sure if he got 13,000, I know British Bulldog probably got 50,000, 80,000. And I'm in one of your most highlighted stories in 1992, and all you do is give me 13,000. Come on, Vince. He taking care of your biggest star. He making them look good, and all you can do is get that man 13,000. Come on, man. But I'm pretty sure you paid the Giant Gonzalez a bunch of money. He didn't even take care of the man. The fuck is that? Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. People deserve better than this, bro. But with that being said, my boy did have a nice legendary career accomplishments where he was AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion. He was the Great Lake Wrestling Association Champion, International Championship Tag Team Champion, Memphis Hall of Fame in 2022. He was the NWA Mississippi World Heavyweight Championship. He was the NWA Tri-State United States Champion, Tag Team Champion. In 2003, he was ranked 144 out of 500 as the best wrestlers. The Southern East Championship Wrestling. He was the Southern East Heavyweight Champion, Southern Extreme Wrestling Hardcore Champion. He was in the Texas Hall of Fame, and he won the USWA Memphis Championship 4 times. And he was in the World Extreme Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2013. But over the years, my boy did face a lot of opponents. Shawn Michaels, King Cobra, Tim Horner, Terry Taylor, Arn Anderson, Tony Atlas, Missing Link, Andre the Giant. And of course, George Steele, Yokozuna, Hulk Hogan, Doink the Clown, Pat Patterson, Tatanka, Tito Santana, and Hulk Hogan. But with that being said, I hate how my boy went out with the blood pressure, because I can relate, because I'm dealing with blood pressure issues and stuff like that. So that's why I say, man, you just gotta get right with God. Get right with God, bro. Get right, do right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's gonna be easy. I ain't saying the disease gonna go away, but you don't know what God can do for you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can get caught up, in your own stuff. You never know. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. But with this being said, I'm gonna probably edit this bad boy, drop this junk. But the next junk will be Roddy Piper. And then after that, it'll probably be the John Cena junk. But with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Nathan Beats.